Hello YouTube, my name is Ian Seawick, and welcome to this little series I'm doing that's going to be quite fun for all you programmers out there. Uh, so I've decided, because I've been working on different game engines in Java and stuff, I want to show you guys how to create the first Zelda game, Zelda 1, from scratch in Java. Now, I haven't done this before, so I'm going to be experimenting and stuff. I'm fairly confident I can do it. So let's go ahead and get started. In this first episode, we're going to set up a Git repository, which you can totally skip if you don't want to do that. But if you do follow my instructions, it's not that hard. This will make it really nice for you to commit your changes online and then be able to get them on another computer and not have to work on the same computer all the time if you have a desktop and a laptop like I do. Where I'd rather work on my desktop and at home, but I need my laptop to take places. So first things first, we want to go to GitHub, or another Git platform, but I like GitHub. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. With all of these are Java things, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a new repository. All right. Now, recently, actually, GitHub opened up the ability to create private repositories without paying money. Before, you had to be like a pro user or whatever to do private repositories. So you can totally do that. I'm going to do a public one so I can link it in the description. I will also be having one commit to this repository for every episode, so you can go back and see the different episodes and what the code was at, and that's linked in the description. And I'm going to try not to commit until that episode goes up, with the exception of probably this one and the next one, so I can show you kind of how that works. We'll see. Anyways, repository, we're going to call this Zelda 1 Zelda 1. Great. Perfect. Oh, no, not automatic Octowaffle. We're sticking with Zelda 1. Great. Description, the first Legend of Zelda game written entirely in Java. Great. So we're going to initialize this repository with a README so we can go ahead and clone it on our computer. You can see, you'll figure out what that means in a minute, but make sure you select that, and let's create our repository. Here we go. We got a little readme.md in there already, with an initial commit already in there. So now, before we can clone this, we're going to have to make sure Git is installed on our computer. It is installed on mine, but if you haven't done that, just search Git, and you can go to git-sm.com. Here's the website you need. Downloads, and just go on Windows. And once you've done that, go ahead and open that up. And you can really do whatever you want, but if you don't understand, if you have never done this before, then I would keep everything default. In this case, don't worry about this at all. Hopefully, if you have Atom, or if you have Notepad++, or if you have some kind of good, or Sublime Text, some kind of good editor, go ahead and select that. Otherwise, don't ignore that. And then for this one, I would go ahead and click on the second one. That allows you to use the git bash, which is the best, and the command prompt from Windows. And then once and then leave that default, that default, that default. Yeah, just leave everything on default. Should be great. I haven't seen that in a while, so I had to check. But anyways, once that's installed, you should be able to open up git bash, which looks like this. It won't be transparent for you. It's just in options, terminal, not in terminal window. It's been a while. It's just in looks, isn't it? That makes sense. Where is transparency? There you go. So you just set the transparency. You don't have to do that, but I think it looks really cool, so I had to share that with you. So now that we have this open, we can navigate to the directory we want to clone a repository into. So let's go ahead and do cd tilde, which is going to put us in our user directory, which has desktop and all that in it. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in my documents, like I usually do. Documents, and then my Git folder. I'll make a directory called YouTube Zelda 1. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to cd into that directory. And once you're in the directory you want to put your Git repository, we're going to go over to GitHub. We can close this. And we're going to click on clone or download and copy this link here. Make sure it's the HTTPS and not the SSH one. And once we've copied that, we can type in git clone and then paste that in there, like that. And that should clone in there. I forgot one thing I should probably mention, if I remember how to do this properly. Right, so what you want to do first, like we've cloned it and whatever, it doesn't matter. But you also need to do git config dash dash global, and then user.name, and then that's going to be your name. So in my case, Ian Seawick. I've already done this, but whatever. And then you want to do git config global user.email, ianazk@gmail.com, whatever your email is, and there you go. You have to do that on every time you set up Git. And what that's going to do is now when I commit changes to this repository, it's going to say that this is me. Like, I'm Ian Seawick. So if I were to go to, I'm not going to do it, but if I went to another, right here, it says Ian Seawick. I made this commit, right? So that's this account. This email address is what it's taking from, really. So if this was a different name, then it would show in GitHub that it was committed by a different name. But so you want to make sure this is set to your name, and this email is probably the same when you use GitHub. I don't entirely know how that works, but yeah, anyways. So once that is all set up, now we can navigate into our clone directory, which is Zelda1, in this case, this name, right? So now it's going to show a little master here if you're using git bash. This also works in the command line, like the regular Windows CMD thing, but it won't show the master. It won't show this stuff. It's much fancier with git bash, and I like it a lot. So once we're in this directory, master, great, just a readme.md in there. Now we don't have to worry about this for a bit, but now we want to set up Eclipse. So if we go to eclipse.org, you have to have Java, so search that and make sure you download that. But just download the latest Eclipse, install that, and you should be good. Once you have Eclipse, go ahead and open it up. And we're going to set our workspace to be in Git. Our YouTube Zelda 1 is going to be the folder that we're in here, our cloned branch. So once Eclipse opens up, we can go ahead and full screen this. Go to our workbench and do a little bit of housekeeping because these windows are annoying. And go ahead and click on this little arrow, Java project. So we're creating a new Java project. We're going to call this Legend of Zelda. And there we go. And the cool thing is Eclipse also has built-in GitHub, Git support. So we can see Zelda 1 master. Master is the name of the branch we're on. So it will also tell us what has changed, if anything has changed in the files. What files have changed, what files haven't changed, what files are new, what files, which is really cool that we can do that straight from the IDE. So we're going to go ahead and create a package, and you can call this whatever you want. Typically for companies and stuff, it's like the name of the website, and then like the game. For me, I always use me.ianseawick starting off, because that's like, that's who I am, and then the project name, so Zelda1. Alright. So there's a little project. We're going to create a class, and we're going to call it game. Great. So there's a little class. Don't need to put anything in there yet. But now if we go over to our File Explorer and our documents, Git, go into our project folder, we can see Legend of Zelda, which is our project name, src, me, Ian Seawick, Zelda1, game.java. So that's all set up great, and we're going to go ahead and commit our repository, commit our changes, which we can actually go type in git diff or not. Git status is fine. We can see that this folder is new and everything in that folder. So we're going to go ahead and add everything in that folder like that. Git add all and git commit. Make sure you add a -m, and we're going to put in our commit message. So our commit message is going to be initial commit of Eclipse. What's it called? Eclipse project. Great. There. So now that's been committed. That's great. We can go ahead and push our changes. And once this is done, great. We can go ahead and go back to GitHub and refresh. We can see all of our new stuff is up here. Initial commit of Eclipse project, 12 seconds ago. You can enter it, and all of our stuff, our game.java, has been put in there. We can even see what's in it. It's pretty cool, actually. So we'll be using GitHub, and I'll post a link to this repository in the description of this video and every video in this series, so that you guys can keep up to date with what I have like what I've put in here. Hopefully I'll manage to make it so that you will only be able to see through the episode that you're on, although that's very possible that's not going to happen. Oh, no, I can do that. Okay, cool. So up to the episode that you're on. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode. This was just setting up Git and stuff. Nothing code-wise, nothing concept-wise yet. This was just setting everything up. Next time we'll dive right into, probably not programming, but note-taking on the game. So if you like this video, leave a like, that would be really appreciated, and subscribe so that you don't miss these videos when they come out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.